Aftermarket intercoolers for the NC1 NSX. Now, if you've been watching the channel, we have done so much to our NC1 that we're running out of things to do. So I thought about getting the aftermarket intercoolers from Science and Speed for the NSX, and I watched the video. I watched those consecutive runs, the 6 consecutive runs that Chris did with that White Pro or Casino White Pro NC1. Love that color. And it was really cool to see those consistent numbers after they switched out the intercooler. But here recently, I bought a Ford ST and I started doing a lot of research about intercoolers, and I kind of became on the fence because when it comes to the aftermarket intercooler, I think the dimensions are the same, but the design is different, which is cool because on the website it says that the Science and Speed intercoolers are an F1 design, which is awesome because I love F1. So when it comes to their F1 design, what I want to know, and you guys can put it in the comment section, and I didn't want to bug Science and Speed because I feel like I might be the only one who doesn't know this, and that's what type of design does the OEM intercoolers have? And the reason why I say that is because intercoolers come in all sorts of shapes and designs, and the end caps make a big difference. And what is technically the F1 design and how do they differ? Like, I would love to see a cutaway. I would love to see how they differ and why the F1 design is superior. Of course, we've got some data backing it up from the dyno and the consecutive runs, but in my opinion, because they're the same shape, it's all about the design. And here recently, I learned a little bit more about design with the Ford ST. So the Ford ST came with a really small intercooler, and almost every single owner switches it out. It's like one of those very first mods that you do. And when they switch it out, some of the companies, the data that they put on their website to show you what a big difference an aftermarket intercooler is, how the temperatures, or their charge temperatures, the air temperatures are way different before and after. And that's really neat because you could actually see how those charge temps drop with a better intercooler. And when it came to the NSX, I kind of felt like I was missing that data when it came to the aftermarket intercoolers. We did see the 6 consecutive runs, but I don't know how much the air was cooled down or if those figures are even possible to get out of the NSX. And the crazy thing is, and this is just me when it comes to finances because I love finances, the best intercooler for the ST is $1,000 by the very best company out there, and it's a beautiful build and it's pretty big. So again, kind of why I like the ST, but when it comes to the NSX, we're talking about $5 grand. Now let's talk about some things we know for a fact that are facts, and that's that an intercooler helps, and that a good intercooler, one that's sized correctly and positioned correctly, is gonna definitely make the car perform better and give you a cooler charge, which is all great. But we also know that the designs are different, and again, talking about the aftermarket design versus this one, I kind of want to know more information. But when it comes to the NC1, I've driven it in all kinds of situations, and living in Colorado, I've had the opportunity to drive the car in all sorts of elevations. And honestly, without having like data to prove it, you know, it's just my butt dyno, the car feels perfectly fine in the midst of summer and also in the midst of winter. I'm sure it definitely drives better in winter, but I've never experienced a noticeable difference whenever I'm just driving spiritedly in the canyons or in the mountains. The car has stayed consistent. So when it comes to an aftermarket intercooler, I'm just not sure if that's the right choice for my stockish NC1, which has a downpipe, Science and Speed downpipe, which is amazing. So you guys let me know what you think. And yeah, that's kind of my logic about an aftermarket intercooler for the NC1.